Welcome to the Fallen Tree. Today, I'm out here with my Pitboss Pro Series 1600. Last weekend I tried to fire it up, and I came up with an ERR code on the display right down here. I have it turned off right now because we can't pick it up on camera anyways, but it will flash ERR. Now this had me a little confused. I've only had this for about a year now, and I went to YouTube first to see what I could find out, and hopefully I'd remedy the problem real quick. Unfortunately, I noticed that most of the codes they were showing on the YouTube channels were for the older models. The newer models that connect to Wi-Fi seem to come up just about everything with an ERR code. Now, I called customer service because I couldn't find anything, and I talked to the nice lady, and I spent about 20 minutes waiting and another 10 minutes talking with her. And the first question she asked was what else was flashing with the ERR code. Now, there's a choice between pellet, auger, ignite, and fan. So I was able to find some stuff back afterwards. When you look at the ERR code, you look to see what's flashing with it. If it's the fan, it could be the connection, something blocking the fan, or just a bad fan. If it's pellet that is flashing with it, most likely you have a jammed up auger. But the first thing to do is check the connections on all this and just make sure, unplug them, plug them back in, make sure that they're working. I'll show you that here in a little bit. Now if it says auger, it could be the connection. It might be something to do with the motor. And if it says igniter, check the connection. And if that doesn't work, you're going to have to replace the igniter. Well, in my case, it was the igniter. So we're going to go through how to replace that today. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take out all the guts, which I've already done. So I took out the racks and all the internals of it, and this is what we're left with. So the igniter is down right underneath here. This is the chute that the pellets come out. Your igniter is right underneath it, so we got to get to that. The first thing we're going to do is we disconnected the power. The second thing we're going to do here is we're going to get underneath, and there's this little trap door. We're going to hook that and slide this and pull this out. This takes the whole box that was sitting in and exposes your igniter right there. And if you look at it, you can see that it's sticking out about a ½ inch. We're going to replace it just like that. So now that we got that all exposed, we're going to go over underneath your control panel, and there's a bunch of screws that hold this little grate on. So after we remove that grate, you'll see we got a bunch of wires here. They're zip tied together. Let's break those zip ties, and we'll start separating them to see what's what. I apologize for some lousy camera angles while I'm messing with these wires. Okay, and these are all the connections. This is the one to the fan, the one with the yellow. The red one here is to your auger motor. There's a little black one right here. This is to your temperature probe. And you also want to make sure that you clean your temperature probe with some steel wool or something on the inside of your grill occasionally as well. This is the temperature probe I'm referring to clean every once in a while. Now this one with the white wires here, this is the one that we're looking for the ignition replacement. So I've already taken and disconnected, reconnected it. That didn't work. So what we're going to do is we're going to disconnect this here and we're going to tie a string onto it. And then we're going to take out the 2 screws over by the igniter and pull this through. So I've reinstalled the igniter into this. You take that little screw, you see I've got it sticking a 1/2 inch out, just like the old one was. And I reattach the string on the other side. So I'm going to take the string, pull it back through, and I got to reach up underneath inside the fan just a little bit to get it through the grommet. And we'll connect it back up just the way we took it out, and we'll see if it works. Okay, as you can see, I've got it all put back together here. So we're going to turn it on and see how it does. Still haven't connected and wire tied up my wires yet. I'm going to make sure everything works before I do it. Okay, so it turned right on. No error codes. Looks like the pellets are pushing out. The fan's on. Give it a couple minutes, see if it ignites. So it looks like the igniter did the trick. We'll get her all put back together. If you like this video, click like, comment, share, subscribe. And you can watch more videos of mine at Fallen Tree 124. Till next time.